Thousands of demonstrators took to the streets of Ghana's capital, Accra, last week, demanding an end to illegal mining, locally known as Galamsay. These protesters, determined to make their voices heard, are rallying against what they see as a major environmental crisis caused by this unregulated mining activity, which threatens not just the country's natural resources, but also the well-being of its citizens. But what exactly led to the protests? The current protests were sparked by widespread frustration over the government's perceived inaction in tackling illegal mining. Galamsey has long been an issue in Ghana, but in recent years, it has reached crisis levels. Despite the government's promises and the creation of policies to curb illegal mining, many feel that these efforts have been inadequate or insincere. The protesters are now taking matters into their own hands, determined to continue pressuring the authorities until concrete action is taken. According to those in the crowd, their motivation is clear: to ensure illegal mining stops once and for all. We need to keep taking action, keep protesting to catch their attention, because they are acting like they haven't seen it, but we know they have, said one of the protest attendees. This sentiment reflects the growing discontent among ordinary citizens who feel their pleas for action have fallen on deaf ears. The health and environmental impact of illegal mining on Ghana's water bodies have been catastrophic. Rivers and streams that once served as the lifeblood of communities have become polluted with toxic chemicals like mercury, lead, arsenic, and cyanide, which are used in the extraction process. These chemicals not only contaminate the water sources, but also pose severe health risk to people who rely on these water bodies for drinking, fishing, and farming. In fact, in 2022, health experts linked the increase in kidney-related diseases in the country to Galamsey. Birth defect, cardiovascular issues, neurological disorders, and other health problems have also become commonplace in areas where Galamsey thrives. Additionally, the deforestation caused by illegal mining has led to the destruction of ecosystems, soil erosion, and the loss of arable land. The degradation of Ghana's water bodies has reached a point where some rivers have turned completely muddy and unusable. The long-term effects of this environmental damage threaten the livelihoods of farmers and fisherfolk who depend on these natural resources. But what is causing Galamsey? Or rather, who are those behind it? One of the most troubling aspects of the illegal mining crisis is the claim that some powerful individuals and groups, including those with ties to the government, are behind it. Reports have surfaced alleging that influential figures in the political and business sectors either directly engaged in or benefit these illegal activities. This has made it difficult for enforcement agencies to crack down on Galamsey operations, as these networks often have the backing of well-connected people who operate above the law. This perception of complicity or outright involvement by members of the government and even those in opposition has fueled the anger and frustration of the protesters. The elite consensus on the matter reinforces the belief that there is no genuine political will to eradicate Galamsey and that illegal mining will continue unabated. But why protest now? The timing of the protest is crucial. It comes after a series of unsuccessful demonstrations and broken promises from the government regarding their fight against illegal mining. Furthermore, protests 2 weeks ago, organized by the pressure group Democracy Hub, saw 54 participants arrested and met with police resistance. They were remanded in custody for 2 weeks and allegedly faced varying levels of brutality from the police, from forced starvation to denial of access to medicine and legal counsel. Social media was awash with the hashtag Free the Citizens and hashtag Stop Galamsey Now to protest the arrest and call for Galamsey's end simultaneously. This recent demonstration, however, took place with less interference from authorities, indicating a shift in strategy or perhaps a recognition of the growing public outcry. The decision to protest now also coincides with planned actions by other groups in society. For example, the Catholic Church is set to hold a peaceful demonstration against illegal mining while the country's labor unions have announced a nationwide strike. This coordinated effort among different sections of society suggests a unified demand for the government to finally address the problem head-on. Has the Ghanaian government done enough to stop Galamsey though? In 2017, President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo declared that he was putting his presidency on the line to stop illegal mining, raising hopes that decisive action would follow. However, this promise has largely remained unfulfilled as illegal mining activities continue to plague Ghana. Although the government initially launched campaigns and initiatives to combat Galamsey, such as the creation of the Inter-Ministerial Committee on Illegal Mining and the deployment of task forces, these efforts have not yet yielded significant results. Critics argue that the lack of sustained political will and the failure to hold powerful individuals accountable have allowed illegal mining to persist, undermining the president's pledge and disappointing many Ghanaians. Despite growing public pressure and widespread calls for action, the government's response to illegal mining has been widely criticized as insufficient. While there have been numerous high-profile campaigns and promises from political leaders to end Galamsey, progress on the ground has been minimal. Many believe that weak enforcement of existing laws and the involvement of influential figures in these illegal activities have allowed them to flourish. Protesters have also condemned the government's actions against demonstrators, viewing the arrest of activists as an attempt to silence dissent rather than address the root causes of illegal mining. As a result, public frustration has grown, with many citizens demanding greater accountability and a more effective approach to tackling the issue. In conclusion, the protests in Ghana reflect a nation at a tipping point, where citizens are no longer willing to accept inaction in the face of environmental destruction and political complicity. As they continue to push for an end to illegal mining, the ball is now in the government's court to prove that it is truly committed to safeguarding Ghana's natural resources and the well-being of its people. Until then, the streets of Accra and beyond will likely see more demonstrations as the call for justice and environmental protection grows louder. So, what do you make of the protests against illegal mining in Ghana? And do you think there will ever be enough political will to genuinely tackle the issue head-on? Share your thoughts and insights in the comment section below. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our informative future videos. Until next time, it's bye for now.